In this lesson, we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts in a commercial kitchen. Joining me is Chef Ron Sabatini. Thanks for being here, Ron.
Thanks for having me.
The purpose of this lesson is really just to impart some things that we've learned over our 35-year career in healthcare food service. We've been worked in a lot of kitchens, a lot of different operations, and there's a few things we've learned over the years that we know that these are the things that we look for in our staff. Whether you're a pot washer or a cook or a sous chef or an executive chef, these are things that we want you to know and pay attention to. I'll kick it off by saying this. The first thing we need to make sure that we're doing is going to work on time. Realize that a lot of times when you're coming to work, you're scheduled to relieve somebody else, or you're scheduled in order to have enough time to get a meal out the door. So if you're 15 minutes late and you can't get that meal out on time, that meal's gonna go out late. We don't wanna put food out late. On-time food means 5 minutes before service. So let's just be clear about that. Be on time.
To that point, be on time at your station, in the kitchen, where you belong.
Right.
Being on time at the time clock while you're still dressed with your outside clothes on and not at your station is not necessarily on time.
Excellent point. And to Ron's point, being in proper uniform, and that includes slip-resistant shoes. I know a lot of you like to wear sneakers because they're comfortable. I love to wear sneakers, but in a kitchen, they really have no place. You need to wear leather shoes, non-slip. You need to protect your feet. You get something hot dropping on that floor coming at you, you want to make sure your feet are covered. Something drops or falls on your feet, you want to have leather on your feet. If you're in a super busy place and there's a lot of things going on, you might even want to go with a steel toe if you feel comfortable with that. But please, wear the proper clothes, make sure you're dressed for success, make sure you're ready to work when you show up at your station.
Wearing the right uniform and coming through the door in the correct uniform means the uniform is clean.
Right.
All parts of the uniform. Many of us own animals. I can often tell who in the kitchen owns animals because their animals' hair are all over their clothing. One of the biggest problems we have in healthcare food service are patients and or residents or cafeteria guests finding hair in the food that we have prepared and served.
Great point.
So to the point of uniforms, right shoes, right uniform, we have expectations of our staff that you'll be clean in terms of your body. Your clothes will be clean, that you'll wear deodorant, that you'll be somebody who people want to work next to versus the person that maybe we don't want to work next to.
Right.
These are really important, just basics, I think, that sometimes people forget or is not shared enough or exaggerated enough by leaders for staff.
I think part of the situation too is a lot of managers, bosses, people who have been in the business, they expect these things so they might not say them to you. And so you might not think about it, but understand that they're thinking about it and they're expecting that. And so whether they're verbally telling you or have the policy in writing, they expect you. And so, if you're just starting in a kitchen, know that your chef or your food service director wants you to look this way.
The first thing people should do when they get to their station, wash their hands.
That's right.
I think people think since they haven't touched anything in the kitchen yet, coming out of their car, into their buildings, touching all the doorknobs that it takes to get there, that they're still clean. And the reality is we should start our day before we touch anything by washing our hands and getting the appropriate gloves out.
Right. The next thing, when you get into production, make sure you have good knife skills. There's lessons on knife skills in the Pineapple Academy. Please follow those and practice those competencies. The better your knife skills are, the more valuable of a staff member you are to the team.